Welcome to the 50 Cal Studios here at Center Target Firearms and Indoor Range. I'm Brett, Bobby, and Joe's with us this week. And guys, Sig Sauer broke the market with a P365 a couple of years back, micro compact that is just phenomenal.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And they're coming out with something every day. And now they have a new item, 380.
Yeah, and it's what we're going to be talking about today. The P365 380 micro compact, same features as a lot of the same features as the 365 in 9 millimeter. But we're going to do a comparison between the two today. Talk about the likenesses, the differences, pros and cons, kind of like we always do.
Yeah, and with Sig Sauer, they're coming out with new innovations all the time.
Constantly
And
coming up with something.
what amazes me about this, and Joe and I were talking off camera a little while ago. It's the same thing. It
I know.
looks the
Yeah, I
same. You
know.
couldn't tell unless you saw it on on the barrel or anything like that. You wouldn't know that that is a 380. This is not.
Right. Yeah, and we've got this up here, and both of them have been checked. We've checked them multiple times to make sure that they're clear. And this is the P365 380, the black one, and then the FDE or the OD green, whatever you want to refer to it as, is the 9 millimeter. And we just put it up here and got the one that wasn't black just so
Yeah,
we'd
for
be able to tell the
comparison.
comparisons.
Yeah.
But you'll see same size, same feel, same grip. A lot of similarities between the two. This one was designed, this one being the 380, was designed for the purpose of less felt recoil and to hit that market of folks that the 9 was just a little bit too stout for. And it's obviously it's micro compact, so it's made for concealed carry. And they lightened it up just a little bit, lightened the slide, lightened the barrel, so it's a little bit lighter as far as weight is concerned. But the overall size, you close your eyes, you can't tell the difference between the two.
And you look at the slide; they have the Sig night sights on
Mhm.
them. Optic cut on this one, which is on the new 380, which is something that is getting big on everything. Every
Yeah,
new thing we
it's
get in
becoming
here.
it's becoming a lot more,
Yeah, yeah.
not more the norm, and in fact, that's standard, right?
Yeah, a standard on the 380 uh, optic cut. It's primarily made for the Romeo Zero Elite optic, but anything that'll fit that particular footprint will work on that, and you can get a good co-witness with your sights. It's got the Sig Light night sights on it, standard. It's got a stainless steel slide. Got the obviously got the black diamond light coating on it, or I think I don't know what the Sig actually refers to. There's a
Yeah,
nitride coating, I think it is, but same grip module, same thing as the 9 millimeter. The magazine from the 380 or vice versa will fit in each one. The only difference between the two is the magazine for the 380, because the 380 round, same diameter
yes.
but shorter. So they've got a shim. They put a shim in the back of the magazine to compensate for the shorter 380 round. So it's a steel magazine, same outer dimensions as the 9 millimeter. The difference is it's got that shim in the back to compensate for the 380 round being shorter than the 9 millimeter.
And so that's a 380
Correct.
in a 9
In the
millimeter.
9,
Of course, you can't use it that way, folks, but they just basically kept the same magazine. They just put that
Right.
shim in the back, right?
And it comes with the standard with two 10-round magazines. It's 10 plus 1. Steel mags, as we said. One of them has got the little pinky extender on it. It doesn't give you any extra capacity. It just gives you extra extension for your pinky. And the other one is, more of a flush mount. Uh, as of airing date today, I've not been able to find a 12 or 15 round mag for this 380 yet, but my understanding is they're coming out with that. At least the folks at SIG are telling us that.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. One thing about Sig though, they put it out fast. You're going to
Yeah.
pay a little bit more
Yep.
for their magazines, but they're just great and they're
They're good
solid.
stuff, yeah.
And they'll have it out pretty soon. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
and when the 365 came out, and myself and Joe Robinson, our owner, was just talking a little bit earlier about the differences and all the different variants that they've come out with. When this 365 came out and it came out in the tack pack, I know we were a
Mhm.
member of a buy group and we were getting them in that tack pack. That was the hottest thing going.
Yeah.
But
And then you had the XL. And you had all these variants that are coming out, and they're equally as good, in some cases better. It just
Mhm.
depends on what you like. And that's the thing about this. Some will argue, Well, if you can't shoot a 9 millimeter, if felt recoil's too much for that, you need pepper spray or something like that.
No.
This is this is good for those folks that that the nine's too much
Yeah.
for. And some, arthritis, older people, different people. It's easy for us to throw rocks and say, well, you need to just
Yeah,
man up
yeah.
and buy a 50 AE or whatever. You know, if a 22 is the right gun for you, you need a 22.
That's right.
If a 380 is the right gun for you, you need a 380 or 9 millimeter, whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. Obviously, the higher the caliber, the more damage it's going to do. But also, you got to make sure you hit whatever you're shooting at. And if the 380 allows you to do that versus the 9, then by all means, you need to go with it. And if you're one of those folks that say, well, if anything less than a 9 millimeter is not going to work, this is obviously not the gun for you. So it's a pretty simple fix. But it is a lighter shooting gun. It's a 380, so it shoots lighter than the less felt recoil than the 9 millimeter. So those folks that is the gun they're looking for, that is the caliber they're looking for. 22 is not enough. 9 millimeter is a little too much. It's going to be a good fit for you, and it's going to have all the attributes that this 9 millimeter 365 had with less felt recoil. I can't tell myself a lot. It's supposed to be lighter, light in the slide, light in the barrel. Can't tell a whole lot of difference as far as weight's concerned for me, as far as handling is concerned, but I can tell a difference in the felt recoil.
Yeah, and it's not a significant weight reduction.
Correct.
I can feel it a little bit, when I pull the slides, I can feel it a little
Yes.
bit. It's not tremendous now. It's not like an easy
Actually,
slide.
I was getting ready to say exactly the same thing. There is a difference in the manipulation of the slide, racking of the slide, from the 380 to the
Mhm.
9 millimeter.
Yes.
Same
Platform.
gun, same
right.
gun, same platform. 365. Yes, this one is less than this one, but this one is not
An
the
easy
EZ.
slide. Right.
This
right.
one is not as easy to manipulate as the Smith & Wesson EZ, but it is easier than the 365 9 millimeter. So if you're buying it thinking, okay, this is going to be, or you're looking for one, I want it to be as easy as the EZ, it's not the one for you. Or at least test it and see
Yeah,
if it's
you
got
may
more
you may
than-
be
yeah.
fine with it.
But it's
just
not this. It's not as
it's not
easy.
as easy as an easy slide.
Correct. So I know we've used the term EZ quite a bit, and we're not doing a commercial for EZ.
Right.
Because this is an outstanding pistol, but it's not, that slide is not as easy as the
As the
EZ
easy slide.
is.
But now, so my personal concealed carry firearm is a P365.
Yes,
And I like the pistol
I
very
like it a
much,
lot.
very much.
like it a lot.
It is an accurate pistol. It is a good shooting pistol. It is. I never thought that I would. I like shooting, and I like all kinds of guns, right? And I never thought that I would be a fanboy of any particular
Right.
pistol or model, but I am a fanboy of that one.
And we saw trends. We saw a lot of people that were 43. They were carrying a Glock
Mhm.
43, and now they're trading their Glock. They were trading their Glock 43 to the 365 Sig. And we have still a lot of people that still wanted their Glock, and we had the 380 people. They wanted their Glock 42. Uh, this is going to hit some people as far as what they want,
Mhm.
as far as the market is concerned. Now, the magazines, I did load the magazine, and it's a bit stiff as
That's
far
new.
as it's
It's
new.
new. Yeah.
So to get it completely topped off with 10 rounds, it was a bit stiff. But I assume that's going to, as most will loosen up a
Loosen
little
up
bit.
as time goes. Yeah.
Completely compatible with existing 365 holsters. Now that's
And
that's huge.
that's an excellent deal.
Yeah, that's a big thing because we've all bought too many holsters
Yep.
over the years,
Yep.
and me personally, I've got a ton of holsters in the closet hanging in the bag that I'll never use again. But that is great. Some companies don't think about that.
Right.
They'll change something a little different on
Mhm.
that than this, and it costs a lot of money. But with Sig, with these things, I love the Sig trigger.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I love the fact, because I have the tac pack too, that this isn't snappy like I thought it would be. For the first time I shot it, it wasn't like
Right.
I thought it would be, because
Mhm.
micro compact. I figure it's gonna be real snappy.
Right.
It's not that bad, so I expect this thing to be just shoot like a dream.
See, and that was me. Yeah, I was surprised the
Mhm.
first time I shot a 365. Um, I went from an XDS to a 365, and I like the XDSs. Uh, in fact, I liked mine so much I tinkered with it. I had a trigger group in it, a different trigger group in it, and it was a great pistol. But man, I shot this one, and that was all it took.
Yeah, when I think micro compact, a lot of times I'm the same way. I'm thinking LCP,
Mhm.
and I'm thinking, wow, snap. You want to get some snap. You shoot an LCP,
Yeah, man.
and you're going to get some snap. Maybe you're just going to hide in your hand somewhere. Make sure the muzzle's clear. But with shooting this 380, it really the platform, the design, obviously just like the 365-9. But this platform really, it's a bit small for my hands. But this isn't a competition pistol. This isn't a pistol that I'm necessarily going to go out and shoot 1,000 rounds in a weekend with. This is a pistol that I'm going to, if I were to get one, would be practice self defense. I'm going to put quite a few rounds to it, but I'm not
Sure.
doing it for the purpose of shooting
Right.
half-inch groups at 10, 15 yards, nor to try to win competitions with, because this one's made for self defense. And yeah, we talk about caliber all day long, and we may do a whole another episode on calibers. But I've never been shot at yet, or seen anybody that got shot at or had a gun pulled on them and said, "Wait a minute, that's just a,"
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
proceeded to
nobody went
go
into an
away.
ambulance saying, "Oh, they shot me with a
Yeah, it's
22."
just a
You know,
22,
yeah,
or when the
whatever.
gunshots started firing, say, "Oh, well, we're good. That was only a."
Yeah, it was only a
I've,
22.
we've seen some ballistics, and we've talked about this before. Some ballistics on the 380. It depends a lot on the. You can get bullets, you can get ammunition for this 380 that will perform just as well as some 9mm ammo is concerned. Now, obviously, you can get 9mm that'll outperform the 380 in a perfect world. But you have folks that'll talk about this caliber that are carrying junk in their 9mm or stuff that wouldn't do nearly the job that this will. So this is going to hit the group of shooters that this is too much for, but want a little more than
Mhm.
22, 25, something
Sure.
along those lines. And we had the discussion the other day about the 30 super carry. I don't see a gap between here. I see
Right,
this kind of being
right,
the next step up or next step down
right.
from this.
And it's easily concealable.
Yep.
I mean, it's a very good compact size, that micro compact. It's it doesn't print. Even for a big
Right.
old boy like me, when I put it in my waistband, it doesn't print, and it's good. It's just a good pistol. It's a good all around pistol, and I expect the 380 to be very popular.
Yeah, I do too. And they've got another gun. I mean, we're jumping the gun a little bit, but they got a 22 coming out that
Oh yeah,
I'm thinking 21 round capacity, which is going to be spectacular. And as soon as we get one of those, we're going to do a review on it. Those who aren't familiar with it, we kind of talk about this from the standpoint of everybody being familiar with this 365. But just for those who aren't, polymer frame on both. Undercut here, you can see the trigger guard's undercut. Kind of got an oversized trigger guard on it. Got some good texture on your grip. Uh, just a really good looking gun. Got a little accessory rail here. Obviously doesn't have a pick rail on the bottom of it, but it's got some stuff that'll actually you can get some stuff that'll fit that. Good set of sights on it. It got some serrations to assist you with it doesn't have the wings, I guess, or lack of a better term, that the EZ's got,
Mhm.
but it has got some serrations on the front and back, depending on how you like to press check or how you like to rack your weapon. 3.1-inch barrel, I think 5.8 overall, something like that. Just a really solid gun. Comes with a curved trigger. You can now, because of this module,
Yeah.
because of this interchangeable module and all that stuff, or you can get the flat trigger for it, or you can put a flat trigger in it. I think the Foxtrot light will work on it. Um, Same fire control unit and same grip module as the X. So lot of things you can do to tweak these up or make a hybrid version out of
Yeah.
something if you wanted to. Uh,
It's
I,
just a solid little gun.
solid.
And, especially when you talk Sig Sauer, um, it's not a big drop off from 9mm 380
Right.
anyway, like we
Right.
talked with a couple weeks ago with the 30 Super Carry in between there somewhere. But it's a good looking little pistol that you can. I I call these dress up when you're going out
Mm-hmm.
town. You don't want to
Yep.
carry a larger, like a
Right.
4-inch compact or anything. But these work just. Joe carries one. eh, they're just good little. You can't say anything bad about, especially Sig Sauer. I have a problem saying anything bad about them because we've done a couple reviews with some of their things, but
They make some really good guns.
the 365 when they come out that with this, they broke the market. They broke everything because people didn't realize how well this was until it came out, and we all have tac packs.
Well, and it
And
was
I
the
expect,
first one with 10 rounds starting
yeah,
out.
yeah, I
Yeah.
just
You know,
broke.
and then with an extended magazine, 12 rounds, and
Yeah, now
you
15. So
when
you
yeah,
you can
would
do some stuff with a 9 millimeter. Now, where you are going to, and some will make this argument. They'll say, okay, why would I want to give up my 9 millimeter for the 380 when I got same round capacity? If I actually got the capacity to get more, it's going to be for felt recoil. The only reason you would go to
Yeah.
this over this would be the the lesser felt recoil.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your nine's obviously going to be your 365 and 9 millimeter. You're going to have more rounds with it,
Yeah,
and there's not going to be that much of a weight difference, I don't think. Uh, and the racking of the slide is a little bit less.
maybe you could answer this for me because I'm a big fan of the 9.
Mm-hmm.
The recoil is not bad. I mean,
No.
I've got compacts that have
Mm-hmm.
worse recoil than this, and I can't rack my brain around it. Why this is not snappy? The recoil is great on it. I just can't understand.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons for and they're both the same here, but one of the reasons for the less felt recoil is I can get my hand really good and high up here. The slide reciprocates almost below my hand, and the lower the slide reciprocates, the less or the lower that is, the less felt recoil I'm gonna have because it's absorbed more with my. I'm absorbing it more than I am if it's way up here and it's doing one of these numbers. A high point. Use a high point as an example. Really, really high slide.
Yes.
You felt recoil on that. Now they compensate with the weight, So you got some things that offset each other, and we're not going to get into a high point review. But anyway, when you get it up to this high and it reciprocates like that, it really aids with that. But psychologically, there's a lot psychologically going on with shooting. I tell the people all the time, a lot of times shooting is one of the most psychological things there is, because really doesn't matter what you do, how you stand, or anything else. If you're just firing one shot and you get this pistol, you line those sights up, and nothing moves but your trigger finger. When it goes bang, if those sights were lined up wherever it was at, whenever that bullet left the muzzle, is where it's going to hit. Plain and simple. It doesn't get much more simple than that. But what happens? People jerk. They anticipate the recoil and all those things. You can simply say to somebody that's shooting a 22, like a house of fire, we're moving up in caliber to the next caliber up. And it's automatically, psychologically, now I can't hit the target. Or we go from a 380 to a 9 millimeter. Even if we're using lesser, even if we've adjusted ammo, reloaded, or whatever, and the 9 millimeter and the 380 are shooting exactly the same as far as felt recoil is concerned, just the thought that some people are moving up to that other caliber, you can automatically see their eyes. It's like this is the slow motion when they're shooting 380. Boom. That's the way it looks. They're shooting 9 millimeter. Here's the way it looks.
Yeah.
And I'm embellishing that a bit,
Yeah.
but that's kind of the way. Just because you've told them we're moving up to that,
And
next
because
caliber.
they're intimidated by that larger caliber. Yeah.
So if this causes people, if a smaller caliber, for all those haters that say, man, you got to be shooting a 45 or you got to be shooting whatever, if this makes people get into the gun world, if this makes people practice more and shoot more and are more capable of defending themselves, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I myself may never have a 380, but if I did, I'd shoot it and I'd learn how to defend myself with it.
Well, and that's, of course, that's the key thing. It doesn't matter what pistol you get, or if you buy a pistol for your significant other, it doesn't matter what you buy. If they won't shoot it, it's worthless.
Yeah.
If they won't practice with it, it's worthless.
Man, we can get into calibers all day long. We're gonna have a talk about that one of these days.
Yeah,
And I got some really, really crazy stories about. If you watch Forensic Files, man, 90%, my favorite show. 90% of the people that are killed on that show are killed with a 22
With a 22
pistol
Well, and that was
or a rifle. I mean, it's a
it was
22.
considered one of the most lethal
Yeah.
in a study by the FBI.
Well, yeah,
let's not digress too badly here. So the bottom line then is it's really basically the same platform. Everything
Same
is,
platform.
is the same except for the caliber.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
mean, even the magazines are the same, but they've put a shim in the back to fit the 380 because it's a shorter cartridge.
If you like the 365 or a 9mm is just a little too much for you, and you like 365, 9mm is a little too much, try this 380 out. Try this 365 380. Manipulate it, see if it's a little too much as far as the action is concerned, or racking the action as an EZ if you compare it to that, and see if it works for you, because obviously it's a really, really good piece of equipment, and really don't have a whole lot to say about it.
Yeah, we're pretty impressed with it, I think. Yeah.
So we got it here.
Yep.
Mhm.
You can come by and check them out,
Yes.
and just check them out. 6 Sauer doesn't make anything bad. I'm excited about the 22. Actually,
I am
seeing
too.
how that 22 is. I actually think the 22 is going to be bigger than this.
I might even trade in my old Sig Mosquito for
I'm
that.
telling
yeah.
you, it's going to be great. But Sig's doing a lot of stuff, and I know we've had some reviews on Sig earlier in the past couple of months. But you just can't complain about them. But guys, come on into Center Target Firearms and Indoor Range here. Talk to Bobby, talk to Joe, talk to all the guys out front there, and they'll help you. They'll help you with getting that firearm that you're looking for, and answer some questions. They're open here 9 to 7,
9 to
Monday,
7.
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, closed Sunday, open 9 to 6 on Wednesday.
Wednesday,
So
yep.
come on by and check them out. And be sure to like and subscribe. That's important. We're
Yes.
loving doing this. It's growing every day, and it's because of you guys liking and subscribing to the videos. And these two stars, two
No, you're the star.
good-looking guys here.
Negative.
And you found already in watching our videos. I mean, we're not paid by anybody to say this is great. We're giving you our honest opinion.
Yes.
And if we see something we like or don't like, and if you come in the store, our goal is to get you in a pistol that, or a weapon that fits you
Yes.
and works
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
If these neither one work, we're not going to push this on you. We're going to say you need this.
We'll
one.
help you
Yeah,
find what's
we'll
best
help
for
you
you.
find what you need.
Yeah, and I told Joe earlier. Joe's the owner's working the stuff
camera
right there
there.
today.
Yeah.
He's working
So
the
this Joe
camera and
operating,
everything.
is that Joe operating?
But
Yeah,
I
that's good.
told him earlier. I said I love coming in here because every time you come in here, you see something different.
Mhm.
Whether it's a birthday present, which I'm getting from my wife, but don't tell her.
So
I
Brett, my
guess-
birthday's going to be coming up in November.
Okay.
A long time to build up.
Yeah,
There'll
we
be
got
more
all
models
summer.
out by then,
But you
so.
can honestly, guys, you can come in here and check out things. You can hold these. That's what I love when I first come in
Yes.
here. You can actually hold these. You don't have some guy looking at you, getting it out of a
Right.
cabinet or something like that, looking at you. So come on by and check them out. We give you the hours.
Mhm.
Like and subscribe. And I think these guys are going to take this back there and shoot.
We are. We've already cranked some rounds through it, and we're going to take advantage of it and see if Joe will let us have another box. And like we said, we got plenty of these. We got plenty of these. We got plenty of all the other stuff we mentioned. So if we don't sell one of these, we're still in business.
There you
But if
go.
that's the one for you, that's the one we want you to get in. So.
All right, guys, let's go to the range. We'll see you next week.
All right, guys, Bobby Day, Joe Arnold back here at the range at Center Target. Man, we put quite a few rounds through this thing, and it is absolutely awesome so far. I want to just Joe to get a good close-up of this muzzle. I'm going to put 6-7 rounds down range, something like that. I'll empty this mag out and just let him look at this muzzle or watch this muzzle. You guys watch it as we are as I'm cranking these rounds off. And I mean I've obviously got a good grip on it here, but I'm not even going to bear down on it like I was really trying to do spectacular shooting or try to make it do anything. I'm just going to let it kind of do the work. So you just kind of watch it here. Okay, you see we're clear. Muzzle stays down really good. Good rounds on the target. So, man, I'm telling you, this is something else. I'm gonna go get another mag here. We will just shoot for some accuracy's sake, some slow fire. I'll get about 5 yards away. Something along those lines. Just going to fire a few rounds for accuracy. Man, oh man. I mean, it's like you're shooting a 22. And the purpose of this, you know, it's a 365, 380 micro compact. So it's not designed for, you can shoot it at 25 yards all you want to, but it's designed for self-defense situations. So 3-ish yards from the target is about where this is its wheelhouse. So from here, self-defense situation, we come up. You know, from here we still can do work. And I'm not even looking at the sights. I'm literally just throwing it up and seeing what it'll do. So you know, these are distances, and for all those haters, I was aiming up here a little higher than the top. That one, anyway, would have still done the trick at this distance. And you know, I think FBI says 3 yards, 3 seconds, 3 rounds, somewhere in that neighborhood is the kind of the litmus test. But from here, you can round zone and then get away from wherever it's at. But it's really quick. I'm clear now. That was my last bullet. I'm really impressed with this. I like, if I'm comparing it, and it's always about comparing apples to oranges and all that stuff, I like this better than a 42. And I like this better, the shooting wise, than the EZ. It's not as easy to manipulate and easy to rack as the EZ, but if I am putting this in a 380 shooting category, this is my favorite shooting 380 so far. And I've shot a lot of 380s, but this one does what it's supposed to do, and I like it a lot. So, God bless you. Hope it helped. Come see us.